Hey everyone, Andrew here, Melbourne Superman with your weekly Superman challenge. So, this week, what I want you to focus on, your Superman challenge, is find the advantage in the disadvantage. So what does that mean? So a lot of the times things come up that can detract us from our goal, from the things that we need to do. And sometimes these things that come up can actually detract us in a pretty bad way. For example, in fitness, maybe there's an injury. In social media, maybe your account gets disabled. So I'm going to use some very specific examples of something that's happened to me, a couple things that have happened to me that I found the advantages in. So for example, injury. I used to run marathons. I don't know if I'll ever run full marathons again, but a marathon, for those of you who don't know, 42.2 kilometers, 26.2 miles. And I had a goal to run a sub 3 hour marathon. And I was on track in terms of my milestones that I wanted to hit. You know, my first marathon was 4.5 hours, not anything extraordinary, it's pretty average. But I had to give myself kudos for running the marathon. My next marathon, I wanted to be a sub 4 hour marathon, and that was going well. I was on track to run around a 340 to 350. My knee started to give me problems. My IT band started to give me problems. I ran that next marathon, and 20 miles in, about 30 kilometers in, I had to start to walk because my knee was killing me. And I was like, all right, let me back off a little bit. I trained for the next one to do an even faster time, and halfway through that one, my knee gave out and I walked half of that marathon. I didn't give up, I walked, I finished. But there were a lot of things that happened. I might have overtrained, I probably pushed it a bit too far. But the thing about that was, I had a real problem, and I knew that I was probably not going to be able to continue this marathon journey. So what did I do? I found the next best thing. I loved my running. I found the 10K. I did great 10K times. I then found the Spartan. So these are all shorter distances that I can do and have a lot of fun with without having to worry about my knee. So from that disadvantage, I found those other races that I wouldn't have taken part in, like Spartan. Like, it's one of the most fun things that you can do. I highly recommend it. It's a great obstacle course race, and I do those competitively now, and I love them. They're so much fun, and I would have never started doing them had I not lost momentum on my marathon training. When my account got disabled for like the third time, I've started working, more on my Vero account. I've reached out to Vero, and they're considering possibly giving me, I've asked them to give me a booth at the next Comic-Con here in Australia because I'd love to promote them. And that's just, it's a networking thing that who knows if anything will come out of, but it's an opportunity that maybe I wouldn't have looked at had my account not been disabled. So those are two specific examples of things that have happened that aren't the best, but you can find a silver lining anywhere. So if something bad is happening, if you're injured, or if you're thrown off track, try to find the advantage in that disadvantage, because I guarantee that just because you're thrown off track doesn't mean that you're going to be off track forever. You can find something even better sometimes. So that's your Superman challenge of the week. Find the advantage in the disadvantage. So thanks so much for watching. We'll catch you next time.